Getting my first $100,000 was one of the best days of my life. It was exhilarating and overwhelming at the same time. And for somebody who's never had that much money her entire life, wow, that was a lot. I love the feeling of accomplishment, the triumph, and that validation that everything was possible. And also the realization that 100K a year is not that difficult to achieve after all. And I know you might be shaking your head right now and saying, you've got to be kidding, me. But before you react negatively, I want you to listen and watch this video because it could change your life and the way you run your business so you too can get your first 100K. By following these 5 simple steps that I will share today consistently, I was able to achieve my goals super fast. I was able to bring my husband home from his corporate job and bought a new house and a car. And of course, live a comfortable life. So if you've been stuck and want to get out of the mud and get to the income level that you want, stay with me to the end because I'll share with you what I did that helped me get there in 12 months. Actually, less. Hey there, if you're new around here, my name is Mai and I'm a business coach for creative coaches, workshop instructors, and course creators. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, hit that notification bell too because we post regular videos about growing your business and you don't want to miss any of it. Likewise, if you want a copy of the playbook for the entire strategy I'm going to share today, you'll find the link, the download link, in the description below. It's a good one, so don't miss it. Now, back to our topic for today. How much will your life change if you have $100,000 today? I want you to close your eyes for a second and imagine your life and what you're going to do if every year you get that amount of money or more in the bank. Stay in that space for a few seconds. How did that make you feel? Good, right? When you have money, life gets better. It's that simple. But why is it that only a few people get to that level? One reason I could think of is the mindset. It's because most creatives are conditioned that it's impossible for them to get there. Another reason is the squirrel syndrome. People look at what everyone else is doing, they learn from so many different sources, and they see so many success stories. And then their mind suddenly gets filled with so many different ideas and they try to do it all. And yet, they still can't get to 100K mark. In the book Essentialism by Greg McKeown, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, he talked about the difference between the essentialist and the non-essentialist. The non-essentialist would spend his energy on multiple different activities. The essentialist would spend the same amount of energy on fewer activities, only those that matter. And as a result, the non-essentialist would typically have an unfulfilling experience of making a millimeter of progress in multiple different directions, while the essentialist makes a significant amount of progress on the things that matter most. It's a life-changing book, so I highly recommend you read it. I'll link you up in the description below so you don't miss it. This concept is what I want you to apply in your business this year if you want to see great results. So without further ado, here are the 5 steps that you can do to get to 100K fast, and it all boils down to leveraging the power of 1. Step number 1, solve one problem. Don't try to do it all. You simply cannot help everyone. Find one specific problem that you can help people with and focus on that. Now, you might be asking, how do I find that one problem, Pay attention to your audience. What are they telling you? What are they asking? Sometimes we look too far and ignore the people who are closest to us. Look at your comment section, your emails, create polls and survey. Ask your audience. And here's one important thing. Do not try to solve a problem around a product that you already have. Find the problem first, then create a solution. You may have the most amazing product in the world, but if that's not what people are looking for, it simply will not sell. Step number 2, find one target market. I know I've said this a million times, but it bears repeating. Don't try to sell to everyone. If you want to make it to 100K fast, you need to become the specialist in one specific market. And I know the shiny object syndrome is real, and honestly, I have a massive shiny object syndrome issue myself, so I had to develop a system that works better instead of trying to look for the next best thing or the next best market to sell to. Here are 3 things you need to stop doing now to help you focus on the single market where you can excel at. First, stop looking for another skill to develop. Look inside and find something you're really good at. Developing a new skill will take time, but if you already know something you can share with the world, you only need to find the people who need your skills and expertise. Share what you know, give tips, how-tos, educate your audience. Make sure that every content you share calls out to the people you actually want to serve. Then, stop trying to create more products and attract more people with different interests. You're not going to get to 100K fast with that strategy. And frankly, more offers don't always mean more revenue, but it definitely means more work. Hard work is good, but if you're a parent like me or you have a day job, but you still want to make your business work, you've got to find a way to work smarter. Focus on the market you actually love helping, not just the market you can make money from. Then help them win. When they do, they'd be willing to pay more just to get to work with you. Money then will flow smoothly and easily. Third, stop looking at other people. Often we get influenced by what we see out there. This famous person you love has now started serving a different market, so perhaps you try too. Big mistake. You have your own mountain to climb, your first 100K. Focus on that instead of the people you want to imitate. So we're done with step number 2. Let's move on to step number 3. Focus on one traffic source. Where do you think your target market loves to hang out? Do they love reading your blogs, or perhaps they love spending time on Instagram or Facebook? There are so many different platforms and places where you'll find your target audience. And yes, it's good to repurpose your content from one platform to another. I do that. But if you're a solopreneur and you're wearing too many hats, you're the content creator, you're the admin, you're the editor, the copywriter, the graphic designer, and many others, you cannot afford to be in multiple places at once. It's going to take a lot of effort and energy to engage with people on different platforms. So, instead of being all over the place and spending a lot of time and energy on different platforms, sharpen your skills in building trust and authority in one specific traffic source. Get really good at helping people, and they'll see you as the expert they'd want to learn from. And if you need more help on how you can niche down to one target market, you might want to watch this episode where I talked about how you can niche down effectively, especially if you're starting in business. Step number 4, use one conversion tool. How do you want to convert your followers into paying customers? Do you love doing challenges or webinars? Or perhaps you prefer strategy calls or using chats to sell? Pick one conversion tool that you love doing and get so good at it. In the beginning, it might not be easy and you'll make a lot of mistakes, but that's okay. Refine your process over and over. Think about your market all the time and find a way to understand them a lot better than anyone else. Step number 5, do these steps for 1 whole year. Results don't happen fast. Buyers have different journeys, and your process will continue to improve. You have to be committed to implementing this strategy for a period of time. Get better at it. Sharpen it again and again. Getting your first 100K will be a lot faster if you have one product that solves one problem of one target market from one specific traffic source using one conversion tool for 1 whole year. Go all in and stay consistent. Remember, you don't have to do it all. Instead of creating 7 different products for 3 different markets and having 4 different conversion tools and being on 100 different traffic sources, all you have to do is find one in each of them and get really good at each of them. That's how you'll get to your first 100K fast. So tell me, are you excited to implement this strategy in your business, or do you find it a bit scary? Let me know how you feel in the comments, and if you want a copy of the playbook for this entire strategy, you'll find a link in the description below. And if you like this episode, give this video a thumbs up and help us reach 1,000 more creative coaches and course creators who want to grow and scale their businesses. Thanks so much for watching. This is Mai, and I'll see you in the next video.